Life or death situations happen in just seconds. For that reason, we need to prepare ourselves to make every second count. So training is essential. In this episode of Tips and Tactics, instructors Cat and Whitney will go over some defensive shooting drills that you can recreate at the range.
Your shooting technique will depend on the time available, the distance to your target, and the accuracy needed to resolve the situation.
First, let's look at point shooting. Point shooting is going to be used in a distance of 0 to 3 yards. With point shooting, I'm not going to be using my sights at all. Now, we know that safe gun handling dictates that our finger is off the trigger until we're ready to put rounds on our target. So the theory is, my shots are actually going to go where my finger is pointing. From this distance, it would be a matter of just drawing from my holster. I can literally actually shoot from the hip like so, or I can shoot with a fully extended arm. Although a good skill to be aware of, this is not something you should spend an inordinate amount of time on. This particular technique can give inconsistent accuracy results and also cause some real discomfort if you use the shoot from the hip method. Next, let's take a look at flash sight picture. Flash sight picture would typically be used in a distance of 3 to 10 yards. With this option, you're not looking for bullseye accuracy, but rather a heightened level of speed, allowing maximum hits on your target. As you begin to practice this skill, you can do so from a low ready position. As you bring your firearm up to eye level, you're going to shift your focus to your front sight. The very moment you see your front sight anywhere in between your rear sight, you're dropping rounds. Lastly, let's talk about sight shooting. This is typically a distance of 10 plus yards. I like to refer to it as picture frame accuracy. When we hang a picture on the wall at home or in our office, we like to make sure that we've leveled that picture before we affix it to the wall. So think of your rear sight as that picture frame, framing in that shot. Think of that front sight as that picture that you're going to put perfectly centered in that frame. We enjoy this method of shooting because it's so satisfying to see that tight grouping of shots on our paper. But it is highly unlikely that an attacker would confront you holding a target, waiting for you to place defensive shots with bullseye accuracy.
In a potentially life-threatening encounter, you will fall back on whatever skills feel natural and comfortable. If sight shooting is all we practice, are we really prepared for all realistic scenarios? Please broaden the scope of skills you learn and practice them regularly.
Thank you, Cat and Whitney, for such a great tips. As a competitive shooter, some of my skills transfer to self-defense. While accuracy is very important, sometimes my sight alignment is not perfect as I'm shooting fast, but I am accurate enough to hit the center mass of my target. One thing I pay more attention to is my support hand, my left hand. I use this hand to grip my gun tightly, to control the recoil, and to make up for some possible mistakes. Remember, every time you go to the range, to grip the gun tightly with your support hand. I am Gabby Franco, and I'll see you next time in another episode of Tips and Tactics, sponsored by Cabela's Outdoor Fund.